does look crooked. What is crooked?
Crooked. Hey, y'all, happy Sunday.
It's because you were leaning down and I was leaning up. So I look taller than you, but I don't think it's crooked. I don't think it can be crooked. Is it crooked? Hey, guys.
Happy Sunday.
Robin and Anna and Kat and Tabitha. Hey, guys. Look, okay, so good news. We're about to record our podcast this week. We're doing it at a little different time, which is kind of exciting for us.
I know. We were like, maybe we're going to switch this up. This is very nice.
I don't know. It's kind of nice. But here's the good news, guys. Do you ever wish that you had something new to wear? And you're like, oh, what am I going to wear today? That was my day today. And then I came in and I was like, well, the temperature is dropping. I might be able to wear a sweater, but it doesn't actually drop till tomorrow. So I was looking in the black section of our closet, because as you can see, our closet is color coordinated. And I found this shirt because it has a black sleeve. So it was in the black section. And this is a shirt that we designed ourselves that we purchased 3 weeks ago that I forgot about. I've never worn.
It was Christmas today.
It was like Christmas today.
Christmas.
Welcome, everyone.
Hey,
thank you,
Trisha
guys.
and Denise.
Oh, Denise, I love you.
Jody's here. Happy Monday, beautiful.
Yes.
To you in Australia.
We're excited for our
Hi,
VIP live
Terry.
after this. We've got a lot to talk about.
Denise said I'm wearing a boot. Jay told me you broke your foot.
Yeah.
What the H?
Yeah.
Man.
So anyway, guys, welcome. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Do you want to hit that record button?
Oh my God, that's a real good idea. We've already missed the first damn part of the whole kit and caboodle.
For those of you guys that are joining us for the first time, hola, Lindsay. Welcome so much for those of you guys that are joining us for the first time ever and you don't know who we are. My name is Jay.
And my name is Adrienne.
And together we are the two crazy cat ladies, and this is our craziest cat, Jack.
Jack Spaz.
Jack Spaz, Jack Ass, Jack in the box,
Hammer.
Jack Hammer, Jack.
So many fun Jack names. We had no
Jumping
idea.
Jack. Yeah, we explored a lot of them last night, or about 1 o'clock this morning.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys,
we
finally picked up a subject for our podcast today, which is very relevant to a recent situation that we went through. So we want to
let's get this party started.
We want to get the party started. We have some exciting stuff going on today on social media. So we're gonna jump right in.
He's getting so big, Jody, for real. Hey, Donna from Las Vegas.
Hey, Donna.
Girl, isn't it a gorgeous day?
Neighbor.
We are literally intoxicated with today's
It is gorgeous,
beauty.
And it's going to be so cold tomorrow. But it's so gorgeous today. This breeze is phenomenal. Okay. Moving along from the weather.
Here we go.
Let's do it. Come on, Jack. Come on. I'll have to tell you guys a story, too. Welcome to episode number 0046 of Back in the Closet with the two crazy cat ladies. Today is going to be a good day for everyone listening because I will it.
You just decided it's going to be a good day.
I have willed it right now, right here, right now. You are going to have a good day because I'm having a good day and we're having a good day.
And therefore you're
going to have a good day. It's
going to bleed onto you.
Yes.
Just get ready for it.
It's the bleed.
You think you're having a crappy day? Get ready to turn it around.
Okay, guys. So we have a fun subject, or I don't know.
It's more of a confession.
Confessional.
Wow.
We have confessionals today, or confessionary. What is it called? That's another story. Anyway, we have cats in the closet as well.
Cats in the closet and the silver spoon.
Little boy, moon, and the man in the foon. What? How's it go?
Oh my
God. Little boy blue, and the man in the moon.
I think that's right.
Yeah. Well, no, you were singing.
Thank God that's not our topic today.
I'm saving. No, you said I'm spending all my love on you. Right before we came live, here on YouTube and recording our podcast.
With the wrong lyrics.
And I was like, that's not the words. Don't try. Anyway, guys, so I have to tell you this funny story before we get going into the subject. And I hate it. Don't you guys hate it when
a strong word.
When your cats do something that is so funny, so cute, so whatever, and you don't have your phone on you and you can't record it, and it's like you have to tell somebody, but now you have to basically imagine it. Now, podcast listeners wouldn't be able to see it anyway unless they jumped over to social media if I had recorded it, but I did not get it on my phone. So. On video. However, I have to tell you. So Zorro is one of our two Black Panther twins. He is our gorgeous black cat, and he is just full of life.
Personality.
He has so much personality, and he does his different little quirky things. And lately, one of his favorite things to do is grab the poop bags. Now, by poop bags, I mean Adrienne's
the plastic grocery bags.
Yeah, grocery bags that we get now that you can't use your own grocery bags or alcohol bags that we get. Adrienne saves and uses while she's changing the litter. When she ties it around the railing of the stairwell or the stairs so that when she's going up the stairs, she can just grab it. Well, this morning, Jack grabbed it, like untied it and grabbed the bag. Now he's been doing this lately. We have one room, we have the litter boxes scattered everywhere in our house, but we have one room that has a few of them in there, 2 or 3. Because it's a walk-in closet. He jumps up to the very top shelf of the walk-in closet where she keeps her plastic poop bags.
Out of reach of the cats.
Yeah, out of reach.
So
he climbs all the way up to the top, runs down, like jumks down with it in his mouth, and then puts it in his carrier or something like that, or plays with it, puts it around his neck. He likes bags. He's like one of those cats that's always like bags. But today he takes his bag. You're gonna have to imagine this, okay? It's a black bag. He gets the bag and he gets it where he's not tripping on it. So he's holding his head up
super high,
really high, so that he can, so that he's not, so like the bag is over his face. He's not stepping on it like he normally does. And he starts trotting, but he can't see now because the bag is completely blocking his vision. So he has his head up high and he's walking like a horse, right? Like
big high steps.
Big high, like one of the quarter horses or something, like big high steps. Walker. A Tennessee Walker. I don't even know what that is. But
hey, Tina.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey, Catherine.
So he's walking with his head held high and his feet up so he's not stepping on anything. And then he gets to, there's a lip between the landing or the foyer area where you walk into our house to the wood floors, which is the rest of the downstairs. And he totally steps onto it, like has no idea that he can't see. So he misses the step, kind of trips a little bit, and then keeps walking, and then twist our big 16-year-old Maine Coon cat. Not really Maine Coon. He's more like a Maine Coon tabby mix. I don't know. Anyway, our big cat is standing like sideways right there. He just walked straight into him.
And Twist is like, "Whoa, dude!
And
what are you
just
doing?"
Like kind of backing up, like, "What are you doing, you weirdo?" Okay, so
it was the best.
If you could see it, it would be funnier. But if you can imagine how funny and cute that was,
my God,
it was
okay. So on to the podcast topic, which is a bit of a confession, you guys.
Yeah,
and it's something that was
happened
really
yesterday.
exemplified yesterday. But yeah, you never realize. So
the topic is judgmental pet parents, and we're not talking about just cat parents, even though that's what we are, but pet parents in general. You see a lot of judgmental pet parents on social media. Yeah. You see just a lot of judgment on social media.
We're lucky that in this beautiful cat community, there's not a
whole
lot of it.
Yeah.
And you guys are awesome. Like, everyone has their own way of doing things. And I mean, obviously the biggest ingredient to having a pet ever is love. And that is something that there is an abundance of in this beautiful community.
And I think for the most part, like when it comes to the things that we talk about, we preach for, a good species appropriate diet. And by preach, I mean, it's our platform to give you guys the best information so you can take that information that we have found, so you can take that information and help your cats possibly be happier and healthier, and live a longer life, right? Like that's our goal. That's what we want to do. So every time we get new information or we, have a new question and we research new information, we just want to share that with you guys. But we're not judgmental when it comes to what you do with that information. It's simply we're out there giving that information. But when it comes to a personal type of experience like yesterday.
Lord. So let's recap shortly and to kind of explain how we realize just how judgmental
we can be.
So yesterday, I was walking through the living room and I saw this little dog. Oh my God, those birds.
Those are birds. Yeah,
we have a lot of birds
open. And all the windows open.
Okay, so I was walking through the living room and I saw this little dog. Usually, and we got bushes out front, so usually I'll see a dog and I'll see their person. And I didn't see the person. So I was like, wait, where is their person? And I looked out and there is no person. 2 minutes later, the dog is literally knocking at our front door. I actually had to put like real pants on because I still have my PJ pants on because I was like, I gotta go grab this dog, and I figured there'd be a number, whatever. So open up the door, and the dog is right there.
The cutest little, like a
Chihuahua
Chihuahua Beagle mix. She was.
Her name is Cookie.
Her name is Cookie. She did have a collar on. She had the
Yes.
number to call for the chip, for she was microchipped.
Yep.
So we called.
So it wasn't a local number. It was like calling the
an 800 number. So I called the 800 number. They gave me her name. That it was Cookie. And they couldn't give me the owner's information, but they contacted that owner or the numbers that they had on file. Now, guys, if you microchip your cat or your dog, please make sure that you update those numbers, because when you don't update those numbers, there's no reason. Like it's pointless. This guy had not updated the numbers.
Right.
And so I posted on the app that's called Nextdoor, which is a neighborhood app, right?
It's kind of like a Facebook for your neighborhood.
You could tell by this dog, she was a little, like, she was a bit overweight, and she probably hadn't gone too far. Like, she probably wasn't out of our community. So I posted an urgent alert to all of our neighbors that are on the Nextdoor app, which is a lot. And luckily, his neighbor, the owner of Cookie, his neighbor was on Nextdoor and recognized and went over and said, "Hey, your dog's missing," and he had no idea that his dog was missing.
Mm-hmm.
So a few hours later, after really just falling in love with this beautiful,
such a sweetheart. So you have to understand that this dog was like, the minute that I opened up the front door, she just rolled over and gave me her belly, like, "Oh my God, please love me," and she was obsessed with Jae. She could not stop giving Jae face kisses. She was just obsessed with her. And she seemed a little sheepish anytime so we had her for a couple hours, and we didn't want her going by the windows in the backyard to freak out the cats. So we had this little great kitty lane on the side of our house. So we kind of just put up a table so that she would have all that space, a blanket, water, all that.
After playing with her in the front yard, and then having her in the garage and like spending a lot of time, we were like, okay, we have like things that we have to do.
Right. So just what we needed to
we can't
not be with
bring her in the house with us.
But whenever I would go over and every 10 minutes and be like, "How you doing?" She would kind of like cower, which always breaks my heart when a cat or a dog does that. But such a little sweetheart. And during the time that we were out front
inside the house, she kept like scratching at the door, and I was like, "Oh, your house must look just like ours. Like, why would you want inside our house?" It was like she was asking to.
But everybody that came by, so there were a couple of people. Our neighbor was pulling out of her driveway, and she saw us sitting out front with this dog, and she flipped a Yui. And she came over and she's like, "Oh my God." And we thought it was hers. We thought,
like, "Oh, yay.
Oh my God, yay. Did your baby get out?"
She was like, "No, I thought you got a dog."
And she was just coming over. Yeah. But Cookie was so excited to see her get out of her car. And she was just like, "Oh my God, I can't wait to love you."
Yeah, this other guy
walking by, she's like, "Oh my God, I need to love you." And so long story short,
the owner gave me a call. I gave him our address. He walked over because he was just like a street over. He walked over, and when he showed up, we had her on a leash because we have leashes because we're in the pet business. And he didn't bring a leash. And when we were like, "Look, your daddy's here," and he showed up, and she
tucked tail and tried to run back into the garage.
She was not excited about going with him. It's his dog.
And the whole time that he was, kind of explaining, this is her 5th time getting out in a month. And my roommates, and now he's an older guy, he's 73. He said, "It's because I can't take her for walks anymore because I've had surgery on my back," which is understandable. And he said, "My roommate just, we thought we could, he puts her in the cage, and we thought that was going to stop it, but it obviously hasn't." And while we were just sitting there, and we tried to, brought her back out from the garage, which was painful, and she's just like crawling up on us, trying to hide behind us. It was so excruciating. And it wasn't that he didn't love her. He was happy to see her. Apparently, one of the last times that she got out, someone had actually taken her down to the pound, and he had to pay $56 to get her out. And, he moved with her from California. And there was, it's obvious that he is trying to keep her a part of his.
But when he walked off, we both just looked at each other. It was one of those moments where we can't talk. because we're both thinking the same thing and we don't want to say anything. And Adrienne started crying and I almost cried, and we had to get to work. We had orders that needed to get out. We had stuff that had to be done, but it was, we just kind of
We're super judgmental.
Super judgmental about that. Now let me take you back to another situation that happened last year, before COVID. We had an event. We were meeting with some people from another cat company downtown in Las Vegas. There was all of a sudden this dog that was just running around, didn't have an owner, and somebody stopped and grabbed her, and she was very frantic about. Everybody knew, like, she just didn't, and there were like hundreds of thousands of people walking. Oh, well, hello,
Hi
Jack.
there,
There were like thousands of people walking around. And this dog was scared of all of them. And somebody came up and said, I saw that dog attached to a wheelchair from a homeless man like an hour ago or something. I think it's his. And then the homeless guy, long story short, the homeless guy shows up. That dog was so happy.
Oh
now
my
we
God.
know that this is a homeless man, and he's sleeping on the streets because that's what they do downtown here in Las Vegas. And this dog is not going to have a quality of life. What does he eat? What does he? But
Right.
I said
See?
yesterday, I was happier to see that dog see his owner and know that he has no good quality of life. Probably doesn't get
No
food that
regular
often.
meals,
No regular
no-
meals, things like that. I was happier to see that homeless man, that dog that was owned by that homeless man, or that owned that homeless man, because they were so happy together, than I was seeing this dog that has a awesome home in an awesome community, and obviously a safe place to live. She didn't look abused necessarily, maybe overfed instead of underfed, but still, the way she did not want to go home made me very sad, and we're saying judgmental.
Yeah, well, I don't know
And there's-
how else to.
Yeah.
I mean, I really feel like after we had a chance to kind of decompress from the situation, I was like, wow, we're actually being very judgmental about the situation. We don't know what the we don't know all the information, right? Like,
Right.
this was a very random situation, but there was such a difference between watching the homeless man see his dog see his homeless man. The absolute total joy that they both just exuded was like, okay, so it doesn't matter.
So let's not judge this situation. Let's judge the happiness
They
of the
love each
animal
other.
and the happiness of the
And would it be
owner.
great if
and
they could
that-
both be in a better situation? Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. And they have, who knows? They have, programs and things. Hi, Zorro. I was just talking about you, my love. They have programs and things, and maybe they're, who knows? But we decided not to judge that situation, but just be happy for the dog to have his owner, because he was so scared prior to finding his owner. But in this situation, it was like, this
It was
dog
like a
needs a
visceral
better
reaction.
owner, needs a better
Ugh.
owner. And I mean, do you guys find yourself here's the thing, because there's so many different levels of judgmentalhood. Is that a word? That's not a word.
Judgmentalism.
Judgmentalism. When
I
it
have
comes
no
to, and you
idea.
see, like I said, you see a lot of this on social media. You know,
Right.
we had people, even we posted that on our story with the dog yesterday, and someone commented and said, it's such a bad owner that your dog got out. Well, situations happen, and dogs get out,
And
and
we
cats
know.
get out, and we've been there. So we're not going to judge the fact that the dog got out. The fact that he got out 5 times, so we learned in a month, makes me a little judgmental. I don't want to be, but it does make me a little judgmental. But then sometimes people are like, we posted about obesity in cats this week, and somebody said, if you have an obese cat, you should not be a cat owner. You should not be a pet parent at all. And they were like, and somebody else was like, get off your high horse. And it was like, these situations are all different. Everybody has a different situation. We can't judge them. We shouldn't judge them based on our perspective of, our cats versus your cats, or our dogs versus your dogs, or what we perceive to be a happy dog versus what we saw yesterday. But it's hard.
Oh,
It
it's
is
hard.
hard sometimes.
Well, and I think there's a fine line.
Yeah.
If that dude had come up in our driveway and been like, "You little shit," and tried to hit her, been like, "This is the last
that
time,"
dog
whatever,
would not have gone
that
home.
dog would be living in Kitty Lane still
Right.
until we figured out what to do. Like that, and I know that's
She
not
probably
even
would have
probably
ended up
legal,
ours.
but animal control would have been involved. So I don't know. I think there's a fine line. Obviously, the dog was not abused. There were no signs of abuse, but it's hard to. It was a visceral reaction, like physically difficult to
Mhm.
watch her trot off with him because I feel like she's not really loved or happy. And I do think, and we've experienced this. We talk about people being judgmental about fat cats. They shouldn't have cats. Well, we have a fat cat. Talk about people saying you're a bad pet parent because your dog or cat got out. Well, our cats have gotten out before, and people have said to us, like, "Wow, that's a total failure." But we always want to be honest about our mistakes or the things that we have overlooked, or mistakes happen, and I think that it's important that we all learn from them.
Yeah.
It's challenging though when, like yesterday, I feel
Like,
like
should we have
their approach to handling their dog, obviously wanting to get out of that situation, isn't
But
to
should we
change
have-
the situation.
Yeah, should we have done anything different? I don't know. I don't
If she shows
feel
up here again,
Tina said,
probably
yeah, if she
will.
shows up here again, we were like, we might just not call. Tina said that the homeless people in her area that are out on the street with the animals, she buys them, she gets them like dog food or cat food,
Oh, I love
probably
that.
dog food mainly, for the animal. Is that
Oh,
bad?
Tina, I
Yes or
love
no?
it.
I think that's great. I think,
Any help they can get, they'd be grateful for.
here's the thing: we can't make these judgmental when it comes to specifically even homeless people. We can't make a judgmental statement that is like they found a dog, they're using this dog to try to get money from people that love animals.
No.
That's what people say because they make their snap judgments,
Right.
or they could get a job, but they're not. We are not in that situation, and we can't judge other people in situations where they're not. What I really hoped for yesterday, and I kind of willed that out there too, is that he, seeing how much we loved her and talked to him and said, she's such a sweet girl, and the things that we said to him resonate to where he even said, listen, you know what, my back is better now, I need to start walking her more often, and I'm going to start walking her. And he also said that he'd bring her back for visitation, which we don't know if that's going to happen or not, but if he's walking by, maybe he'll stop by and knock on the door, and it would be nice to see her and maybe have some healthy treats and be able to give it to them, and maybe make a relationship over time, and teach him a little bit more about, how we might
little things that you can do that will really enhance our pet's environment.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to fit them into what's most convenient
for us.
Yeah. But it was, I don't know, I felt like a little bit of I don't know what the word is, like a little bit of emotional whiplash. Because when he came, it was really painful to watch her leave, literally cried, and then recognize just how that emotional reaction was really a manifestation of judgment against him, and how easy it is to do that, and maybe sometimes even justify it, but how important it is to evaluate it when it happens and to try to recognize that we're still all human. I think Trisha said, I'm sorry, I know we're missing a lot of comments here on YouTube Live. Try to give solutions, not judgments.
Yes,
that's
exactly. Yeah,
comment.
that is the. I think that's the.
Jody said, "What if you offer to walk the dog?" Oh my gosh!
Oh, that's really smart. I have his number now.
Like, just check in on her. Be like,
"Yeah, do you want us to?
How's Cookie Boo doing?
Yeah,
my little cookie monster.
Maybe we could fit that into. I mean, we can't do it like 3 times a day, like she probably should be walked, but
no, but a couple times a week.
Yeah,
maybe like do a little evening walk.
Yeah, we're gonna go walk with Cookie
Jody,
tonight.
That's brilliant.
That is a brilliant idea, Jody. I like that. Maybe we will do that.
I love it.
Lindsay, can you put that on my schedule tomorrow to write it down?
That's such a great
guys.
idea.
So that's pretty short. It's a pretty short podcast, I guess. I mean, unless we have
short
some other
and sweet confessions.
Yeah, unless we have some other. I mean, I guess the takeaway I would say is let's try not to be judgmental. And actually, takeaway is exactly what Trisha said. Let's not be judgmental. Let's not offer judgment. Let's offer solutions, right?
Yeah,
Like,
gently. I mean, I think that,
oh yeah,
the whole you should
some
do
people,
this or you should
right.
do that can come across abrasive to some people, and they're easily offended by
Oh
that.
my God, can you imagine if we were like the people that some people even think we are just because of the advice we give, and
What's that mean?
like if he would have come up and we would have been like, you know what, Cookie's a bit overweight. You need to take her off of kibble.
God.
You need to make sure that you take her off of kibble. Look up online, species appropriate diet. No, go follow blah blah blah. Go do this and like no, that's not how you do it. Like that's no. But some people would think they're being very gentle and helpful by giving all of this advice to a 73-year-old man who has probably never thought about like those kind of things when it comes to a pet, right?
Oh my gosh, such beautiful people here on our YouTube live. Anna said, being disabled, I've been judged all my life. I always hate when people judge, and I won't judge others because of that, no matter what. That's beautiful. Then Trisha said, so Trisha's the one that said, try to offer solutions, not judgment. She said, or try to set him up with a pet walker in the area, etc., etc. I love that.
Yeah, that's true. I would like him to do. I do like that he said that he is going to do more walking,
right? Because
I would like his. I want her. I mean, there's a bond between the two of them. So I would like him to do more walking, but I love the idea of doing some.
Just checking in and being like, hey, how's your back today? Wondered if you wanted us to take Cookie for a walk.
Yeah. And we could start taking her for walks.
Oh my God, that's so exciting, you guys.
Because she's such a love. And she's the type of dog that would absolutely like tail wagging, let's go. And we get some time with her. And
I could use a walk too.
Right? We could get a little exercise.
My booty around the neighborhood a little bit as well.
I think that would be good.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I love you so much. See, this is what I love about this community.
Yes.
So hard is that you guys are so gentle with us when we confess that we've made mistakes, whether it's Twist escaping a couple times or us still working through Pooh Bear's weight issues, maybe not as fast as some people might think we should. You guys are always so compassionate, and that whole concept of trying to look for solutions and offering support instead of judgment, it makes me all warm and fuzzy inside. Yeah. So warm and fuzzy inside, I think I just peed myself a little bit.
Oh, that's weird.
A little bit.
That's weird.
I love it. You guys, I love you guys so much.
Yeah, we love you guys.
So just a little reminder for me, especially, and you too.
Yeah.
To when we have those reactions, and they are reactions. I mean, we always strive to have a response instead of reaction,
right? To
evaluate it and kind of figure out how to best handle that sort of thing.
Yeah, and another thing that you can do is, talk to other kind, considerate, loving human beings like we get to talk to you guys, because then somebody might be able to help you offer a solution. If you're saying, hey, and this doesn't even have to be about your pets. It could be about anything. Call somebody that you know is a loving, kind, caring person and say, hey, can you give me some advice? Right. I feel really judgmental about the situation, and I don't know, like if there's something I should do about it, or there's something I can do about it, or do I just like forget about it? And my sister calls me all the time for that, and I call her for that. More often than not, I reach out to you guys for that because you guys are so amazing. So thanks, guys. Thanks for listening.
So much.
Yeah, we love you. We hope you have a beautiful day, or continue to have a beautiful day. And podcast wise, we will see you very soon. We love you.
Love you, podcast peeps. Bye. That probably sounded super spooky.
I know.
Wow. Why did I do that?
And for you guys, our schedule's a little switched up right now. And we have very exciting things coming shortly. So in about 30 minutes, or a little less than 30 minutes, we're going to be live in our VIP group. Guys, we have a lot to catch up on. We have a lot to talk about. We're super excited about it. It's a live giveaway. So we'll be giving away, what is it, a Meow Box this week? I think it's a Meow Box this week. So we're going to do our giveaway, and we've got lots of stuff to talk about. Big news. You guys are finally getting the big news that we've been teasing for a long time. We're going to tell you guys, but you still have to keep it under wraps because it's still not happening.
It's still like happening. A month out.
But we trust our VIPs. And then at 4:30 Pacific time,
Yo,
we have none other than the pet girl from Australia.
Brittany Young.
Gold Coast, Australia. Brittany Young is coming to our Facebook page to teach us how to train our cats. And we're going to discuss all that. You guys will love her. If you don't even love you training cats, or you're not interested in training cats, come and just listen to her accent, because she's
she's fantastic.
Just her accent is like that amazing. But she is the most
one of our favorite humans. We've known her for a few years now, and it's been a long time since we've actually got to see her and hang out. So we're gonna be a little hopped up on the goofballs.
Yeah. And then at 6 p.m. We'll be live again. So we're doing back-to-back lives on Facebook for our cat tip review, and another announcement of really big news that is coming up. So
hey, our dear friend Catherine, my dear, also in Australia, she said Brittany does not have an accent. You have an accent. Jody said the same thing.
We don't have an accent.
Jody's also in Australia. Sure. She doesn't have an accent.
That's so fun. That's so fun. I wish I could hear myself through like what it sounds like. Yeah, like what we
I
sound
feel like it probably sounds
I feel like we sound dumb.
Right. I feel like we probably sound like rednecks or something.
Right.
Well, you don't, because you were born in Arkansas, but when I was born in Michigan, I didn't know I had a Michigan accent at all. I had no idea. And then when I heard people in Tennessee where we moved talk, I was like, oh my, I mean, I really wanted a translator, and I thought, my God, what is the, and not that I necessarily thought like anything derogatory about it, but I could not understand it and had no idea how they learned to talk.
Well, speaking of judgment, so when I was growing up, my mom, even though we just by nature, like our environment, society where we lived in West Tennessee, in a small podunk town, we had a country accent, but my mom was very adamant, very judgmental about the country accent. So she made sure like we could not, like we could say shit before we could say ain't. We were not allowed to say the word. Like I got smacked for saying the word ain't, because it was like, that is not a word. Now I think it is actually in the dictionary, but you're not allowed to say
that ain't a word.
And my mom was like, really, really, I could not get the word 10, T-E-N. It was always 10 instead of 10. And like she would like be like, it is 10, not 10. 10. Not
she still
10.
Says, you guys know what a windowsill is, right? S-I-L-L, windowsill. She still,
I still have a problem calling it seal.
Windowsill.
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 It's weird. This little and shoe was a weird word for me growing up. Like I had like these things that were like it was like but this is what I hear.
Or Tennessee sayings, like you always be like, hey, cut the lights. Like cut the lights, like with a knife.
Cut off the lights. I said that today. I was like, can you cut off the air conditioning?
Oh,
and
Israel.
I was like, why did I say cut off the air conditioning?
Israel said, what about wash? Wash.
Oh God, yeah, that was not allowed either in my home. It was certain words were very much not allowed. But I do feel like I'm a little judgmental towards it because of my mom.
Jody said you were speaking New Zealand. 10. It's teen.
It's teen.
10.
Teen.
Not 10.
Teen.
8, 9, teen.
Teen. See, and that's a young adult here.
We gotta go.
So
we love you guys
so much, and
we'll see our VIPs in about 25 minutes. We gotta load everything downstairs. We're so excited to see you.
Yes,
and hopefully we'll see you, the rest of you guys, tonight
at 4:30.
At 4:30
with the pet
with
girl,
the one and only Brittany Young, the pet girl.
We love you guys.
Please don't miss it. Love y'all. Bye. Shoot it.